Hello guys, I come back again. I'm sorry for the delay. I know people have been expecting that they will get paper 2. So here we are today. I'm gonna do paper 2 November 2021. So we'll only be looking at 2 questions, okay? Question 1 and question 2. I know the reason why I'm only focusing on question 1 and question 2. My reason for me to focus on question 1 and question 2 is that I know that paper 2 is difficult, so I want you that you focus more on question 1 and question 2 because they're gonna make you to pass paper 2. Because most of the learners now, they focus on question 3, question 4, question 5, those questions that has 5 marks, 6 marks, 7 marks, they focus on them. Your focus should not be there. Before you focus on those questions, you must be able to master question 1 and question 2. Okay, so before you move there, that is why I want you to be able to master question 1 and question 2. Okay, so without any waste of time, I'm just gonna take you straight to question number 1. Okay, so let's go to question number 1 and then we see what is happening. Okay, in question number 1, you are given the Pringles there. The information on top, they say this person bought Pringles chips in a cylindrical container on promotion at the shop. The promotion advertisement is shown below, together with a diagram of Pringles container with dimensions. Okay, so when you look at that, they say 6 Pringles, they go for 100 rand. Then the Pringles, they are weighing 110 grams each, meaning that each container weighs 110 grams. Okay, then they say the promotion is available from the 11th of January 2021 to 31st of March 2021. Okay, now when you look on your right, you have the dimensions of that container. You have the diameter of 64 millimeters, you have the height of 230 millimeters. Okay, so it's fine. We have seen the information. Now we can focus on how to answer these questions now. So we have the diameter, we have the height, then we have the promotion day length, okay, and we have the price of those 6 Pringles, and we have the weight of 1 container. Okay, so the first question, they say determine in grams the total, okay, the total mass of Pringles promotion for 100 rand. Okay, so remember, if you're going to pay 100 rand, it means you are going to take 6 Pringles, okay, in which that 1 container, it is weighing 110 grams. Okay, so how many are there? How many containers are there? They are going to be 6. Therefore, the total, that is why here I underlined the weight total. Okay, so all in all, these are going to weigh 660 grams. That is the total mass for those Pringles. Okay, let's go to the next one. Write down the radius of a single Pringle container. So if you look at the dimension, you are given the diameter. You know that radius is equals to diameter divided by 2. Okay, therefore diameter in this case is 64 millimeters. And another thing, they did not tell you in which unit. So if they don't tell you in which unit, you just leave your radius as the unit that you were given on the information. Okay, so in this case, our radius now is going to be 32 millimeters. Okay, that is our radius. What have I done? Okay, right. Number 3, choose the letter of the answer that will make the following statement true. Okay, the unit to calculate the inner volume of the container is, remember now, when you calculate the volume of a cylinder like this, you're gonna say base area. Okay, base area multiplied by height. So your answer that you must get, it must be in unit cubic. Okay, let's look at this one. The first one, it says the answer is going to be millimeter cubic. If you check here, all your units are given in millimeters. So if we multiply the base area multiplied by height, we are going to get our answer in millimeters. Okay, so meaning that if we multiply there, we're going to get millimeter cubic. So our correct answer is going to be number A. It's going to be number A. So let's look at number B. Number B, they are saying millimeter squared. Why are we not saying number B is going to be correct? Because it is having millimeters. The only thing that B is incorrect is that it is having square on top here. Okay, so if you look at C, they're saying 64 multiplied by 23 millimeters. Okay, so where does the 23 comes from? Where does the 64 comes from, and what does it mean? You see, C doesn't even make sense. Okay, let's go to number 4. Determine the total number of days this promotion is available. Okay, look at this. The promotion is from the 11th of January to the 31st of March. So if we check, we have 3 months for this promotion. Okay, it's going to be January, February, and March. Okay, so let's start with January. In January, how many days is this promotion gonna last? It's going to last from the 11th of January, okay, up until the 31st of January. So we're going to count. You must use your fingers here. Don't use a calculator. If you use a calculator, you're going to get a wrong answer. I am promising you that. So you rather even do this. You can say 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So you count your ticks here. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So in Jan, we're going to have 21 days. So let's go to Feb. In Feb, it's going to be the whole month. Okay, so we're checking here, we're talking about 2021, meaning that February in this case, it ends on the 28th. Okay, it's not on the 29th. Remember, the 29th, it is only when we are in a leap year. Okay, so 2021 is not a leap year. So for March, let's talk about March. March, we're talking how many days? March, we are talking the whole month, because the promotion will end on the last day of March. Okay, so that means on March we are having 31 days. So we're gonna have 21 plus 28 plus 31, of which gives us 181. That is 0. We carry 1. 3, 2, 2. That gives us 7. Then we add 1, which is 80 days. So the promotion will last for 80 days. Okay, now let's go to the next one. They say calculate the price of 210 gram of Pringles container in this promotion. Okay, now remember what happens. Let me do this. Let me edit another page. I'll just show you. Yeah, remember 6 Pringles, they amount to 100 rand. Okay, so what can we do? We must find the question here. The question wants the price of 2 Pringles. Okay, so what can you do? You must first find the price of 1 Pringle. Okay, so you divide by 6, of which you say 100 divide by 6, which now give us 16,66666. Okay, so we multiply this by 2, which now this will give us 33,333. So we can just cut it off here so that we can have 2 decimal, and then you will be done. That is your answer there. Okay, let's go back to see if we answered all the questions. Okay, we have answered all the questions from 1.1.1 up until 1.1.5. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Right, here's the next question. Very quick, very small. 1.2. We're gonna have 1.2.1 and 1.2.2. Okay, they are saying Paul has entered a motorcycle race. the digital clock in question 1.2.1 shows the time he finished the race. The odometer in question 1.2.2 shows the reading as the motorcycle crossed the finishing line. Okay, so if you check here, there was someone in the motorcycle, so they were doing a race. Okay, so there is a time and then there's also a speed. Okay, so the odometer here, this is the odometer. Okay, it shows us the speed of which he was traveling at. Okay, so the time here it is shown on the digital, and then this is our analog. Okay, so we want to see how the two relate. Okay, we want to see if the time in a digital form it says 10:08, how must it show in an analog form. Okay, so when you look at your analog clock, the small arrow, which is this one, if we check on this one, this is the small arrow, and then here this is the small arrow. Always that one, it is representing hours, and then the long arrow, it is showing you the minutes. Okay, sharp. So in the odometer we only have one arrow that will just point that this person was traveling either 10 or 50 kilometers or 60 kilometers or 100 kilometers per hour. All right, then the first question says the analog. Okay, they say choose an item from column B to complete the statement in column A. Write only the letter A to E next to the question number 1.2.1 and 1.2.2, e.g. 1.2.3f. But that they're not saying this is correct. Okay, they're even saying 1.2.3. there's no 1.2.3. they're just showing you that when you give your answer, you just have to write 1.1.1 and then you write the correct letter after this. Okay, so let's check 1.2.1. The analog clock that shows the same time as a digital clock below. This is our digital and this is our analog. Okay, so it says 10:08. That means now on your digital, this represent hours, this represent minutes. Okay, so when we go to the digital, to the analog, we must look at the long, the small arrow that is pointing 10. So if we check here, we have the small arrow pointing 10. Let's go to the next one. This one, the long arrow is pointing 10, which is wrong. It means this is 10 minutes, or it's not 10 minutes, but it is what is this? It is 10 to, okay, 10 minutes to 12. So which is now going to be wrong. So we look at the small arrow. The small arrow is pointing between 1 and 2. So this cannot be the same as this. So when we look at this, we can see that the small arrow is corresponding with these hours. Then let's look at the long arrow. The long arrow must point 8. Okay, so when we check, this is 5 minutes. After this is going to be 6, 7, 8. And when we check, our arrow is pointing number 8 here. So number A is correct. So how do you write your answer? Just say 1.2.1 A. Okay, right. Let's go to number 2. 1.2.2. They say, given the following odometer, Paul's speed is. We must look at this arrow now. This arrow is pointing 60, meaning that he was traveling at 60 kilometers per hour. Let's look at the answer here that shows us 60 kilometers per hour, which is number D, meaning that our answer is D. Okay, I'm really sorry guys for being fast. I am recording this as fast as I can. I don't have time. I'm just busy these days, so I'm just using my small time to record this. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, now we move to 1.3. Okay, so when we check 1.3, let me do this, I'll come back. Okay, right. When you look at 1.3, they say a wooden L-shaped flower bed is filled with soil. Below is an L-shaped flower bed with dimension, with D as a missing length. Okay, now we can see the dimensions and we can see the picture of that flower bed. Okay, now they say convert the longest dimension of the L-shaped flower bed to centimeters. So when you check your dimensions, the only longest side here, or the longest length, is only this one, which is 7,3 meters. So that means here, what do we do? That is 1.3.1. That means we must convert 7,3 meters to centimeters. Okay, so now the rules that I am using is that when you convert, you check which unit is big, you also check which unit is small. Okay, so now the rules are saying when you convert a big unit to be a small unit, you must multiply. Okay, when you convert a small unit to be a bigger unit, what you do? You divide. You multiply or you divide everything by a relationship number. Okay, so here every time when you convert, you're going to talk about 2 units. So you are going to talk about meters and centimeters. Okay, so when you go to your metric system table, it says 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters, meaning that when you look at this, you can easily tell that which unit is big. So in this case, our meters are big. How do we see them? We see them with a small number. So we're going to say centimeters are small when we compare them to the meters because of this big number. So when we're looking at these two, the 100 now, it becomes our relationship number. So in this case, when you're talking about the conversion between meters and centimeters, you must divide or multiply by 100. This is your relationship number. Okay, so now let me add another page so that so now what do we have? We have 7,3 meters. We want to change this into centimeters, meaning that we are moving from big to small, meaning that we're going to multiply by our relationship number. So our relationship number between centimeters and meters is 100. Okay, so we're just gonna come here and multiply this by 100. So we're gonna get 730 centimeters, and this is our correct answer. Okay, then we go back to the next question. The next question says calculate the missing length D. So if you check, D is here, okay, but look at the longest side. Oh, okay, let me do this. The distance from this point to this point is 5,2 meters, but the distance from here to here is how much? Is 7,3. So how can we calculate D? We're gonna say D is 7,3 meters minus 5,2 meters, which now give us let me see, 7,3 minus 5,2, it gives us 2,1 meters. Okay, now 1.3.3, they say the volume of the flower bed with materials can be calculated as follows. Okay, now let's look at this. Here we're talking about a rectangular prism. Okay, so how do you calculate the volume of a rectangular prism? It is length times breadth times height. Okay, but here bear in mind that we can have, if we can cut here, we can have two rectangles. Okay, 2 rectangular prism. Okay, so that is why if you look at the formula, there is a plus here. It's either you cut here or you cut here. Okay, so that you can have 2. All right, then let's see. I'm just gonna do 1. Okay, now let's see. The volume is given like that. Then they say state which value in the above calculation represent the height of the flower bed. Remember the height here, it is not even shown. Here, this is a 2D. This is a 2D drawing. You cannot see the height. The height can only be seen in a 3D drawing. Okay, so we can see that the height is from here going up like to this point. Okay, so what happens that they say state which value in the above represent the height of the flower bed. So we can see 2,1, 2,1, it is what we got for number D. That means this is our length. Okay, then we have 3. That means this 3 can represent our breadth. and then we have 0,5. With that we can say this can represent the height. Let's check this one again. Remember, the height that is on this side it's also going to be the same height on this side. Okay, so they say 5,2. We can see 5,2 multiplied by 1. Where is this one? This is our breadth here. Then the height again, look at the height. You see the height doesn't change, so the height that it means is the same. So the height of this is 0,5 meters. That is the value that represents. So when you write your answer, you just say height is equal to 0,5 meters. Okay, then we are done with number 3. Let's go to number 1.4. okay, I'm just gonna move this here. 1.4, they say below is a layout plan of an inside cabin of a small aeroplane. All the passengers seat face front except the seat of the air hostess. On all the flights there will be an air hostess. Okay, those people that help with food, whatever that you want, okay, in the plane. Sharp. Now we have the rows. We have, this is the back of the plane, and this is the front. This is where the air hostess will sit, and these are the toilet, these are the stores. Then we have the passenger seat, and then we have the emergency exit. Okay, and then these are still passenger seat. Okay, all right. Now they say explain the meaning of the layout plan. Okay, the layout plan, it is a layout, it is the top view. Okay, so if they say in this context you need to talk about the aeroplane, that is, this is the top view of an the aeroplane. Okay, now the top view always shows the arrangement of features. Let's say this was a layout of a house. So what were you going to see? You were going to see that this is the bedroom, this is the kitchen, this is the garage, this is what. Okay, so the layout, it is a top view that shows arrangement of features. Okay, 1.2.4, they say calculate the maximum number of passenger seats available in the aeroplane. So you're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So they are 28. Remember who will be sitting here. Is this a passenger? This is not a passenger, so we don't count that. Okay, they say the stowfly is seated at D1. You can see D1 is here, D1. Okay, and walk, D1, he gets out of his seat and walk past his seat and 2 more seats toward the back to talk to his friend who is seated on stowfly's right hand side. Using the same notation as the stowfly said, write down the seat number of his friend. Okay, now he is going to the back. He is moving from this seat. Remember, the person now, when he stand up here, he will face the back seat. Right now, as he is seated, his left, his right is this side. This is his left. This is his left. This is his left. When he is seated, his left is going to be this side, and then his right is going to be side, because he is facing the front. But when he faces the back now, his right is going to be here, and then his left is going to be here. Okay, so they saying he passed his seat and 2 more toward the back. So he's not going to the front. That means the direction he's taking is going to the back seat. So he's going to pass his seat. He passed 2 more seats. He's going to pass 1, 2, and then the person means he is seated somewhere here, but now the statement says a friend who is seated on right hand side. Now because the stowfly is facing the back, his right is gonna be on this side. So the seat that the friend is seated on is D1. G1, not D1. D1 is him. So it's going to be G1. G1. Okay. During the flight, passengers are allowed to choose a light snack and a drink. The choice are as follows: a muffin or a sandwich with a cola, a juice, or bottled water. Write down the number of options from the in the from that. Okay, so we're going to choose to see how many options do people have, right? So we're gonna do this. What are they saying? Let's go back. They are saying they have a choice to choose from muffin or sandwich. So we're gonna have muffin, and then we're gonna have a sandwich. Then after that, you have the option to choose a cola, a juice, or a bottle of water. So if you choose a muffin, you still have the option to choose a cola and a juice and a bottled water. And then if you choose a sandwich, you still have the option to choose cola, juice, and a bottle of water. Okay, so the options, we have option number 1, muffin with the cola. Option number 2, muffin and the cola. Option number 2, muffin and juice. Option number 3, muffin and bottle of water. Then we come to those who will choose sandwich. We have what do we have? A sandwich and a cola. Then here we have sandwich and juice. Then here we have sandwich and bottle of water. So how many choices do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 options. Okay, all right, let's check. Are we still at question number 1? Oh, that was our last question for question number 1. Okay, so that's how you have to answer it. And you need to be careful that in this question we only have 2 marks question. Okay, so you need to work out here, you need to pay attention, make sure that you get all of these marks for question number 1. Okay, right, let's go to question number 2 now. There we are. There we have question number 2. Okay, in question number 2, they say annexure A. I have annexure A here. This is annexure A. Let's read again. Annexure A shows the floor plan of Jen's house with a veranda in South Africa. A veranda, also known as a porch or stoop, is an open area with a roof over it. Okay, the following is an artist drawing of one of the elevation. Okay, so this is the elevation view. This picture represents the elevation view. Okay, and then this is a floor plan. Okay, remember the floor plan, how do we see it? It is the top view, which shows arrangement of features. Okay, like I said, with the floor plan, you're going to see now the name of this. So you see those names. So let's go back, and then what else? We can see that. Then on the annexure, now let's go and analyze the annexure. On the annexure, we can see we have the kitchen, we have bedroom 1, dining, we have living room, bedroom 2, we have the master bedroom. Okay, then the same, the windows, it's just that this one is not visible enough, but it's fine. They say write down the number of bedrooms on the floor plan. Let's go count the bedrooms here. We have bedroom 1, we have bedroom 2, we have the master bedroom. So how many bedrooms are there? We have 3, or you can just write this as in full like this. Okay, we have 3 bedrooms. They say which room will be the first room you will enter from the veranda. Let's go check. When you are at the veranda, this is the veranda here, you're going to enter with this door. So which bedroom will you reach first? So this is bedroom number 1. You cannot reach this one, you cannot reach this one, but this is the first bedroom that you're going to reach. So your answer is gonna be bedroom 1. Okay, so in which general direction does the master bedroom window face? Let's go and check that. We want this, the direction of this window. Okay, now let me change my pen. Okay, now when you look at this window, this is the most important item that you need to talk about. Okay, that you need to use. So when you look at the north of this floor plan, okay, it is not up here, but it's on a side. So when you come here to draw your compass, you're gonna do it like this. You're gonna copy it like this, that the north is that side. So if the north is that side, now you have to make sure that your compass now it is so correct. Okay, so this is your north, south, west, and east. So when you see the window is not facing there, so but the window is here. Okay, the window is between the north and the east. So your answer here now is going to be north, east. Okay, or you can write NE. That is going to be correct. Okay, then let's go to 2.4. They say one of the door locks needs to be changed. Write down the probability in simplified fractional form that is not one of the interior doors. Okay, so the question here now is the probability. Okay, so they say the door that is to be fixed is not one of the interior doors, but is one of the doors. Okay, so we must check how many doors are not interior doors. It is the veranda and also the kitchen. So we have 2 doors that are not interior. Out of how many doors we count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 2 choices out of 6 choices. So we need to write this as a simplified fraction form. Okay, so what can we do? We can divide. Can 2 go and not leave a decimal here? Good. So we can say 2 divided by 2, it gives us 1. Then 6 divided by 2, we get 3. So this is a simplified fraction form. Then you get your 2 marks. Okay, then let's go back. And then they say Jane remarked that the kitchen gets a lot of sunlight. Okay, critically comment on his remarks. Okay, so when you look at the kitchen, remember the kitchen will get the sun through the window. Okay, so in South Africa we don't have, and then when you check, before I come to that, if you check our kitchen, it is on the south. Look at this, it's on the south. Look at this, it's on the south. This is the south. Okay, so this is not where the sun is going to set, or this is the sun doesn't even rise on the south. Okay, so in South Africa we don't have that. I don't know about other countries, because you know the sun rotates around the world, so we don't know how the sun affects us. Is it the same as in other countries? Okay, so when we talk about South Africa here, we're gonna say which one is this one? Let me check again the question again. It was 2.5. Okay, so we're gonna say she is wrong, because she's saying Jane remarked that the kitchen gets a lot of sun. So she is wrong. Okay, she is wrong. The kitchen is on the south. Okay, so when you look at the kitchen is on the south, and the sun does not set on the south in South Africa, or it doesn't rise on the south. So the kitchen is not exposed to the sun. Okay, because the sun now rotates in the west and in the east in South Africa. Okay, right, let's move to the next question. They say give one reason why the windows shown in the above drawing do not represent the windows on the kitchen and the dining room. So the windows that are drawn to this, we're going to check our key here. Okay, the windows that are shown there, they do not look like the ones on the kitchen and the dining room. Okay, and then if you check on that, these windows, they are too big, and then these ones that they are shown here, they are not too big, because I said this one is not visible enough. Okay, so let's continue to the next question. Or that was the last question for this. Let's move to the next. Where's my other question? There is a question that is missing here, but it's fine. Let me edit it first. Let me put it here first. I'm just gonna put it here. It's this one, right? Right, they say the scale used for the floor plan is 1 centimeter, representing 1000 millimeters in real life. Okay, now they say write down the given scale in the number scale format. Remember, the number scale format is okay, the number scale format is 1:to something. Okay, nothing else. So when what you're given here, you're given 1 centimeter is to 1000 millimeters. Okay, remember on the scale the units have to be the same. So what can we do? Because we are given the centimeters, let's convert this one to the centimeters. I'm gonna go back here. From the big to small you multiply, but from small to big you divide by the relationship number. Okay, so when you talk about centimeters, 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeters, meaning that our relationship number there is 10. And what do we want to convert? We want to convert millimeters into centimeters. Which unit is big? The big unit here is centimeters and the small unit here is millimeters, meaning that you're going to move from small to big. So when you go from small to big, you divide by the relationship number. So our relationship number here is 10. Okay, meaning that when we go to answer this question, so what you're going to do, you're just gonna come to 1000 millimeters and divide it by 10. So this is just gonna be 1 centimeter is to 100 centimeters. So this is not a scale. Remember this, we must have 1, not 1 centimeter. So we divide both sides by centimeter. Okay, this centimeter cancel this centimeter, so we have 1 is to 100. That is our scale. So when you have a scale here, this represents the map distance and then this represents actual distance. And your actual distance, you can definitely call it what? A scale factor. Now they say measure the inner length of bedroom 2 and use the given scale to calculate the actual length in meters, okay, of bedroom number 2. So you're gonna come to bedroom number 2. Here's bedroom number 2. So you're going to measure from this point to this point. So I've done that. So I'm getting myself 4,4 centimeters. Okay, so when I get 4,4 centimeters, what do I do now? I come back here. That 4,4 centimeters, it was on the map. So the formula to calculate the actual distance is equals to map distance multiplied by scale factor. Okay, so in this case our map distance is 4,4 centimeters. You write it. So how much is our scale factor? This is our scale factor. Our scale factor is 100. So we're gonna have 4,4 multiplied by 100, and then we get 440 centimeters. But they want your answer in what? In meters. Let me do this because now I'm feeling that. Okay, now they want our answer in meters. Therefore now we're going to convert. We did that one, I think. We're going to convert centimeters into meters, meaning that we are moving from small to big. What do? We divide by what? By the relationship number. The relationship number between centimeters and meters is 100. Okay, therefore we're gonna come here and then divide by 100. And how much do we get? We get 4,4 meters. Then that's it. Now I want to show you, if we have the map distance and the actual distance, map distance, scale factor, we need to generate formulas for everything here. Okay, so because we have 3 values there. Okay, so you say actual distance is equals to map distance multiplied by scale factor. You know what is your scale factor? Your scale factor is like this. Let's say you are given the scale of 1 is to 5,000. This 5,000 is your scale factor. Okay, now I want to show you a method of cheating. You're going to cheat when you do this. When you're given a formula like this, they say you can use this formula, but they say calculate the map distance. So what do? This line, I want to show you, this line, it actually means you divide. Okay, so this line, it actually means that you multiply. So we want to take the whole formula, this formula, into this box. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 values. So that is correct. Okay, so what are you going to do? You must be able to that if you put actual distance here or here, and then when you hide it with your finger, you must see this map distance multiplied by scale factor. So in this case, our actual distance, because the multiplication, now we are multiplying these two values. It means that this is the map distance multiplied by the scale factor, meaning that the actual distance is on top. Okay, so when you need the scale factor, you're gonna do this. You hide this. What do you see after doing this? You're gonna say scale factor is equals to actual distance, that is what you see, divide, because we can see this divide line, divide by the map distance. Then how about map distance? Let's look at map distance. Map distance is equals to, we hide this. What do we see? We see actual distance divide by scale factor. That is how we cheat the formula there. Okay, then the last question, they say Jane stated that the given scale is not very accurate to use if photocopies were going to be made of the plan. Critically comment on his comment and give reason for your answer. Okay, the first start is that Jane is correct. Okay, so when you look at that scale, when they're going to make photocopies, the picture can either be big or small. It will depend on the photocopy. Let's say they're going to print that paper on an A3. Okay, when you measure the length, there is no longer going to be 4,4. Okay, so the map was not drawn to the scale is not very accurate. Okay, that will be the end of our lesson for today, and this is your paper 2. I wish you good luck on Monday when you write your paper 2. Okay, so enjoy the video, and then don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. Whatever that you want to know, please comment. I'm just going to be available for this weekend to help people with paper 2. Okay, so enjoy.